I was a girl in a book, this would all be so easy. Just give up the world happily.
What a softie. A Katsuki Bakugo, ex-listener, one shot. Not a lot of people could believe you were in love with someone like Bakugo. Not a lot of people thought Bakugo had a heart, or the ability to care for another human being. But you proved them wrong every time. You watched Bakugo come home from work, exhausted and tired, worn all over his face, as he dropped his gauntlets on the kitchen island before slowly making his way to you on the couch. When you two first moved in together, you had a talk about him leaving his hero gear in the open like that. But seeing his current state, you held your tongue back. You were seated up on the couch with your legs slide across the cushions before separating. Seeing Bakugo practically drop to his knees on the couch cushions and laid his head in your lap, his body between your legs, and his face buried in your stomach as his arms wrapped around your waist. Katsuki, is everything okay? You asked, running your fingers through his sweaty blonde hair. You grew concerned, seeing your boyfriend of 3 years not moving or making a sound. Usually he does this when he's had an exceptionally bad day at work, or when he pushed his body too far, but he lifted his head from the comfort of your stomach and looked at you with soft red eyes.
Nothing's wrong. I just missed you today.
You blushed, his face dropped back into your stomach, playing with his hair as he stayed there in your lap. You began thinking about the first time you two met each other. You were out having dinner with your best friend. She was giving you a hard time regarding your crush on a particular hot-headed hero. I'm not trying to crush your hopes and dreams, but if I were you, I wouldn't be holding my breath for him, she commented, taking a sip of water. You were about to make a snarky comment before hearing concerning noises on the other side of the restaurant. You turned your shoulder before seeing people running towards you and away from something. A villain? You widened your eyes to see a villain wearing a bright orange jumpsuit, breaking things with his super strength. You got up to leave, but when his fist collided to the ground, a crack grew and crawled over to you, before trapping your foot. Shit, help me! You reached out to your best friend, who tried pulling your foot out. Suddenly you saw a flash of green and black zoom over you, bright bursts of orange and red trailing after him. You looked and saw Bakugo as his fist collided with the villain's face, sending him flying, his gaze turned to you. Are you alright? He came over to you and gently grabbed your lower leg before moving it back and pulling it free. Yeah, I think so. Your cheeks heated up, seeing the hero looking over at your ankle with a concerned look. Your
ankle looks like it may be sprained.
His deep red eyes looked into yours when he stood tall, adding 6 inches to your height.
I'd go get that checked out by the medics outside.
You nodded as your best friend escorted you out of the restaurant, hearing Bakugo behind you.
Alright, villain. Now you're getting your ass beat.
Not too long later, you were sitting at the edge of an ambulance with an ice pack on your ankle as your friend went to grab her car. You were zoned in another dimension when you heard footsteps towards you. You glanced up and blushed, seeing Bakugo walking over to you, a small cut right above his right eyebrow. Oh no, you're hurt. You frowned, grabbing a tissue from your bag and dabbing the little bit of blood there was. You've seen footage of Bakugo pouting and argue with on-scene medics for tending to his wounds, but this time he stayed still, watching you with a relaxed look as you dabbed the blood from him. There, that's better. You smiled to yourself when the blood was gone before looking at him. You feeling okay?
I should be asking you, seeing as you're the one with an ice pack on your foot.
Bakugo nodded his head towards it.
How's your ankle?
It's fine, just sore is all. You looked at the ice pack before glancing back at him. Your best friend came back into view and helped you onto your feet,
You felt your ankle buckle under pressure, causing you to lose your balance until you felt 2 firm hands on your upper waist catching you. Suddenly, you were lifted bridal style, seeing Bakugo being the reason.
Here, show me to your car.
Bakugo insisted.
I'll carry you.
You sought out his agency after the weekend was over and your ankle healed some. You stepped inside and saw him talking with the front desk regarding some paperwork in his hand. He was wearing his hero costume, but his gauntlets and gloves were gone.
Excuse me.
His tone softened when he saw you, walking over to you.
Hey, it's you from the other night. How are you feeling?
You blushed, surprised to see him acting so gentle. I'm good. My ankle's a lot better. You showed him, applying some pressure to it.
Oh, well, good.
Bakugo half smiled at you.
I was worried.
You were worried? Your cheeks heated up at him. Bakugo rubbed his neck nervously and finally looked away, not saying anything.
Hey.
He finally got words to form.
How would you feel about grabbing some dinner tomorrow night?
You felt your heart race and your nerves shot. Sure. You started internally screaming.
Great.
Bakugo grabbed a card from his pocket and wrote on the back side of it.
This has my personal number on there. I'll see you here at 7.
You nodded and hurried out the door, afraid the next thing you'll say would embarrass you. Ever since that day, you two were inseparable. Hell, you were either at his place or he at yours, until your lease came up. You were about to renew it when Bakugo suggested,
"Why not just move in with me?"
You heard a soft snore coming from Bakugo and you looked down, seeing him nuzzled into you snoozing. You looked at the time, seeing it was 9 o'clock. Hey. You shook him gently, stirring him awake. Wanna go to bed? Bakugo nodded and slowly lifted himself off of you before you stood up, taking his hand in yours and following him to your shared bedroom. On his way there, he took off his costume until he was stripped down to his boxers. You changed into one of his shirts and underwear as he crawled underneath the sheets, pulling you towards him once you joined, and muzzled his face into your chest, falling asleep quickly. You're such a softie. You giggled.
Nuh-uh, I'll fuck you up.
He mumbled into your neck, earning a giggle from you. You could sense the sarcasm in his voice.
I'm the strongest hero out there.
Okay, mister, I'm gonna go home and fall asleep with my girlfriend.
Don't push it, love.
Bakugo leaned up and kissed your neck before tightening his arms around you. You were both asleep within a matter of minutes.
Regardless of the pain.